Hello friends, welcome to my shop again where I share ideas. So today I want to show you how to make a jig to solve a problem that pretty well all woodworkers have in their shop, and that's with bandsaw blades. I know all of you probably have bandsaw blades that are broken. I've got a little stack here, and I think it's about time to fix them there. So I've done a little looking on the YouTube channels, and different people have made different devices and showed you how to do them. But I want to show you my method. I kind of might call it a little bit an improved method. I got to looking around, and Lee Valley has a device that you can buy for about $35, and I like to make things, so I'm going to make one using the ideas that I see on this picture. Anyway, sometimes when your blades break, well, you just throw them away because they're used, and you know, they're maybe not cutting that well. But I'm going to carry this a little bit farther. I'm not going to show you the jig to make to clamp the blades in to do a silver soldering process, but I'm also going to show you how to sharpen the blades so they actually will cut much better than the brand new blade that you buy. When I was thinking about this, I got to thinking that the high school where I taught, they bought a new bandsaw, and they probably had a lot of old bandsaw blades that they wanted to throw out. So I stopped by there the other day and picked up their stock of old blades. Quite a stack here, as you can see. So they use a lot of blades, so there's a lot of blades available there. You could probably just stop by your local high school, pick up some blades, and then make a little jig and rejoin them to the length. Because usually most people are using 14-inch bandsaws, which is about 93 inches. I'm using a 19-inch one that I believe is 124 inches. The bandsaw that they were using at the high school there was 150, so got a little bit extra. And being that they changed to a different bandsaw, even a bigger, better one, they had a stock of brand new blades, so they gave me those as well. So I think that's a real bonus. But check that out. Stay with me on these videos, and you'll see how to sharpen them as well to cut a lot better. I've seen some people sites on YouTube where the fella sharpens the new one. He never used the new one right out of the box because they don't cut near as well as a sharpened one. Anyway, I went into my little scrap pile there and found a few products to make this jig. I'm going to use a piece of angle iron here. Dimensions aren't really important a lot of times. This is about yay long, so it might as well use it the length that it is. You can choose any length. And a piece of tubing here that I found, and angle iron. There's a lot of angle iron that you can find from old bed frames and stuff like that, so I've got some of that that'll be useful. And to cut metal, I use one of these a lot of times rather than a hacksaw. It's fast and easy, just a little angle grinder. You can pick them up really cheap, especially at Harbor Freight. I think you can probably get one for 15 bucks or so on sale, and then the little thin cut wheels they'll cut. But there's no need me showing you going through the process of cutting all these pieces and that, because the thing makes a lot of noise, and it's kind of boring anyway. Why you really want to see the finished product. And I'll show you some pictures, because pictures are worth 1,000 words, they say. So it takes me a long time and to say that many words. and you'll get the idea just from a picture there. So anyway, I'm just about ready to start here. Oh yeah, I thought I'd show you one that I made before. This is one that I made before, a little different, whatever. Really all you're trying to do is have a long piece along the side there and some way to clamp it down, but I'm going to make the whole unit where it holds it. And I got a little idea that maybe be an improvement on ones that I've seen and that you can buy. Anyway, stick with me, subscribe to my channel, and you'll get these updates as I go along and show you the finished blades and how well they work and how well they cut. So thanks for watching, and I think I'll just get to work right now. Well, here I am back again, and it took me about 10-15 minutes at the most to cut out the basic parts according to that picture. Got one piece of angle iron, that longer piece, and then I cut the bed frame to match in there. Then that little square piece, I cut it, the junk off the end, and then split it at two different widths. Opposite each other, so it would just sit on here and that'll hold the blade down like on that picture there. But I'm going to do one more thing to make an improvement to this, possibly. Let's see, you can always try it anyway. Is I want to put a piece of metal right on the end there, because the blade is going to, the teeth of the blade is going to be on the outside, and I'll be showing you the reason for that. Okay, this is all the parts that I have here. This is your base piece here, and the top clamp. And the top clamp has got little slots cut out, so when these go on, it's flush all the way across the front, clamping it down. And then this one here, I put a little bevel on here because your bandsaws have set in the teeth. One tooth is bent one way, the other tooth is bent the other way. And if you have a skip tooth, the center tooth is doesn't have a set in it. So when that's held and lined up, clamped on there, the clamp will come just behind the teeth and not squeeze that set out. And of course this will come underneath, and that'll be this is going to be the lineup for lining up your two halves there. So I'll see if I can put this together here. The top piece comes on fairly easily, and I put two holes here, so I can, all my narrow blades I'll use this hole, but if I was going to use a wide hole, then I would use the one on the other side there. So I'll just, oopsie, we'll have to put our blade guide underneath here. And then a wing nut on top of that. That'll hold that together. And we'll put another bolt through this side as well. I had this all clamped together, all three pieces, and then just drill the holes right through. If you're not trying to do this in such a hurry, it would go a lot easier too. But I want to make this video as short as possible. You'd think you'd get that right the first time. Okay, that'll hold those together. And now we just need our clamps here. That's going to go on one side. This one will go on the other side. And Then we'll put a bolt all the way through there. And a wing nut. Just put this together loosely right now. There we go. And one more wing nut. These bolts I just found in my scrap, so they're a little longer than I need, but there we go. What she looks like. And this will be where we weld it together there. So that should work. Now I'm just waiting for my supplies to practice on some bandsaw pieces. I'll practice on a few pieces before I actually do one. And I guess while I'm waiting for that, I'll build another jig that is for putting the scarf joint on. Use a 10-degree scarf joint so they overlap, and then it'll be silver solder in between there. So anyway, that'll be the next little project here. I think this one is about as good as it gets, and so subscribe and you'll see the next ones.